Guys, today we are here in Dubai World Cup. We're gonna understand a little bit more about this race, how that's happened in the behind the scenes. Come with me, I'm gonna show you a little bit more the details of this big event. Yunus, horse is not only about race, it's about network, socialization, staying connected with the people in the society.
Of course, this is a whole different world, you know. When you go into the world of racing, then of course, you deal with different people, different mindsets. You have the trainers, you have the jockeys, you have the owners, you have the host countries that will support you. So it's a whole different world, you know.
This is one great place to meet people, talk.
Definitely. This is where people of, let's say, influential people and host owners, especially when you talk about, you know, high-ranking people. You have Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the UAE ruler and the vice president. Many other sheikhs who are very deeply involved in horse racing and the equine world, you know.
So, how work the network business here in Dubai? How that's work?
It's, you know, you need to know before getting into business, you need to know how to establish your connection. How do you establish connection? By knowing people, by knowing their culture, by knowing their religion, by knowing the place they live or they're from and the place that you live in. If you, let's say, you're dealing with someone from the United Arab Emirates and you are a foreigner, if you don't know anything about the culture, their heritage, their you know, their basic, you know, the way of thinking, then it's difficult to, you know, break the barrier.
Yeah. Wherever you go, you never left your culture.
Exactly. Culture and heritage is never left out. Wherever you go, you'll find it, no matter what the event is. This is mostly, they use the leaves from the palm leaves. They're taken out and individually made. They use this for different purposes. As you can see, they've now integrated into fashion. This was sometimes in the past used for putting like the place you eat, you know. Then you have the belts, different kinds of, you know, decoration items.
Yunus, you have very high access here in Dubai and all this place. So you are in the place, not everyone have access.
Yeah, of course. I mean, once you work with the whole system, what happens is you get to know how and who is part of the whole activity. You know, you have His Highness, for example, is a big lover of horse racing. So now we're walking towards the jockey's room. Just before, you know, where the trainers have their final word with the jockeys. Maybe discussing tactics, change of tactics, other things that run through the manager's or the trainer's head, you know.
It's a lot of secrets for all of the years to come to this last day.
And then things can change at last minute. That's the other problem. Depending on how the weather is, how the situation is, who's participating, who has changed plans to participate, you know. Marcio, this is the dressing area. So the horses, just before getting prepared, they're taken on this round, you know, area a couple of times to make sure they're inspected, everything is in top form, and then they are taken in to officially get prepared for the race.
They have a lot of passion for the horse. So from where is this coming?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it goes back, you know, to your roots, to your heritage. that's where it comes all from, you know. It's the love for horses, how you're brought up around them, how you have the passion of riding horses. That's where it all comes from.
How much costs one of these horses?
But numbers are big. Numbers are big. You know, it's not about the price of the horses only. It's the effort and the amount of time and other investment you put to get the result you want from the horses. You can have the best horses, but if you don't prepare them well, they won't be able to give you the result that you want. So the cost is not about the horses only, about the training, the trainer, the jockey, the places that you have, you know, the whole team that is put together to make sure that the horse is in top form.
This is ice here bucket for how that's work.
This is all about cooling the horse after the race. Once the races are over, they come back here to get cooled down, cleaned up. But this is, again, part of the saddling and the unsaddling part of the just before the races and after the races. So this is where, again, the ice buckets are. They use these to cool the horses down after the races. To make sure they have the minimum, the least, temperature they can provide them, the lowest temperature that they can provide the horses.
This is the most athletics. They take care so well for all the things.
Of course. So this is all what it's about. What do you think of the races?
First of all, the weather was amazing. We thought it's gonna be raining,
Amazing.
but alhamdulillah, rain stopped. Weather's amazing. His Highness was happy. Everybody was happy. People saying Dubai is slowing down. No, Dubai is always boosting.
Of course.
Nothing's slowing down.
Of course.
But that's what we're happy.
But it was
to see.
different this year.
Very different.
Very different.
The challenge was different. The environment was different. Even the people are different apart from you.
Exactly.
With the usual, you know.
The usual, yes.
Yeah. So alhamdulillah, we had a lot of
What
fun.
do you think of the finalists?
What are those?
Horse number 2.
Americans twice.
Yeah, we didn't. Meydan, we had Meydan today racing, but we didn't make it.
So inshallah, we will make it by next year. I hope.
Inshallah. And of course, the most important part of the Dubai World Cup 2026, the 9th and final race of this event, the $12 million race. What was running through your mind before taking off?
In the race, I was zoning. I was doing my job. I knew I had horse to win the race, passing the 600 meters, and I just played my hand, just try to take it easy and let him run at the right time. I knew Forever Young is a very nice horse, but I knew I had horse turning for home. But when we passed the wire in front, that's when everything hit, and
Of course.
I started getting a little bit
Right.
nostalgic, crying.
And
my
the confidence.
wife, my kids,
Yeah.
my mom and dad, everybody back home supporting me. I got texts, messages, and
Of course.
it's so hard to win these kind of races.
It takes a great team to get
It take a great team to win this kind of races, and Steve have a great team.
And when you woke up today, did you think you were gonna take the pole position? Well, that's what.
I'm very relaxed.
Right.
I take one race at a time.
Right.
So I think that's why we fall and we let him do whatever he want. And I rode the horse with confidence. I let him tell me. I didn't ask for position. I didn't ask him to go. I let him tell me what he want to do. I let him
We saw that. Yes.
tell me what he want to do. When he was ready to roll, I let him roll.
Yes.
So he did everything. I was just a good passenger.
Okay, great. Congratulations.
Thank
You
you.
deserve this win,
Thank
and
you.
all the best. See you next year.
Thank you.
They did very nice show. They
course.
have some different final today,
Exactly.
more soft.
Exactly.
adapt.
Given the current situation, of course, that's the right thing to do.
But you have also the presence of the Sheikh Hamdan,
Of course, always.
Mohammed.
Sheikh Hamdan, the Minister of Defense, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid, UAE Vice President, Prime Minister, and the ruler of Dubai. Everyone was here.
So,
And this is the kind of support you get from your leader.
Yunus, so you also meet some very nice friends here.
Of course.
You always connect with these people. It's nice, huh?
This is where, again, you renew your connections, your friendship. Sometimes a few people you don't see for years, and then you see like, a year later, 2 years later, you see them. It's a very good environment.
So overall, I just want to say thank you to introduce all of this, all the Emiratis, all the culture. So I have been the last year we was here.
Yes, exactly. 1 year has passed.
1 year has passed. I have been learning a lot.
You're
with
welcome.
you.
Anytime you have any kind of questions to get closer to our culture, to know us a bit more better, you're more than welcome to ask.
Guys, this is the Emirati feeling, Emirati way to welcome.
The Emirati spirit. That's what I like to call it.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure. All the best.